With its massive frame and overwhelming strength, the grizzly is hailed as the silent king of North America's wilderness. Yet behind that majestic presence lie brutal trials of survival. Join us as we follow the extraordinary journey of this predator, both powerful and vulnerable. Across the vast prairie, the deer moved with graceful steps and watchful eyes. They embodied elegance and alertness in the wild. But such peace never lasts, for the ruler of the forest, the grizzly, can appear at any moment. When its deep roar thundered, the herd jolted awake, their powerful legs shooting them forward like arrows slicing through the wind. The chase became a breathless duel between the grizzly's brutal strength and the deer's extraordinary agility. It was a ruthless drama of survival, where every fleeting second marked the boundary between life and death. At the forest's edge, beneath the dry grass, a grizzly quietly searched for food. Suddenly, its sharp eyes spotted a young deer fast asleep. In an instant, the silence was broken. The bear moved in, swift and decisive. The fawn awoke in panic, struggling to break free, but the grizzly's immense power overwhelmed it completely. It was a brutal encounter, a stark reminder of nature's harsh law of survival, where the strong always claim victory. At the forest's edge, by a watering hole, a herd of deer bent their heads to drink in peace. Suddenly, a grizzly spotted them and charged, sending the herd scattering in panic into the woods. In the chaos, a frail fawn was caught in the bear's grasp. The chase ended swiftly as the predator tore into its prey in the heart of the forest. On the vast northern tundra, the caribou herd begins its great migration, spanning thousands of kilometers, a rare wonder of nature. They cross icy rivers, treacherous marshes, and blinding snowfields in search of fertile lands. But this journey of survival is fraught with danger. Among the fragile calves, the towering figure of a grizzly suddenly appears, bringing the shadow of death. A breathless chase erupts. The caribou rely on speed and the unity of the herd, while the bear unleashes overwhelming power in relentless strikes. It is a fierce portrait of nature, where the enduring travelers must face the reigning predator of the wild. By the roaring stream, where the waters churned violently, the grizzly burst forth with a savage roar, slamming the unlucky reindeer to the ground. Though it swung its antlers in desperate defense, the prey was quickly pinned beneath the freezing current. Foam exploded into the air as its breath weakened, fading into silence beneath the river's roar. When the reindeer's body lay still, a group of bears emerged from the shadowy forest, ending the deadly chase with a fiery feast of the wild. By the rushing river, the reindeer lowered its antlers and charged straight at the grizzly, a desperate attempt to force the predator into the swirling current. White spray burst into the air as the clash thundered through the wilderness. The bear roared like thunder, unleashing a flurry of ferocious strikes. At last, the reindeer's strength gave way, collapsing into the freezing water, claimed as the spoils of a life or math struggle in the wild. By the raging river, where white foam surged wildly, the grizzly's cold eyes fixed on a young reindeer lost from the herd. In a flash, it lunged like lightning, driving the panicked prey into the swirling current. The clash of water and the scrape of claws rose together, forming a fierce symphony of the wild. As the reindeer struggled, the bear struck with a thunderous blow, swift and merciless. The prey collapsed, its body dragged onto the icy stone shore. In the stillness of the wilderness, the grizzly stood tall over its prize, a living emblem of absolute power. At the edge of the dense forest, the herd of reindeer moved quietly along their long journey. From the shadows of the thick foliage, the grizzly watched in silence, its eyes locked on the frail calf. When the moment came, it burst forward with a ferocious and precise strike. In an instant, the young reindeer collapsed, clanged as the prize of a powerful predator. In the dense forests and frozen marshlands of North America, the moose, the largest deer in the world, strides proudly with antlers like a crown, a symbol of endurance and resilience. But this peace is often shattered when the grizzly appears. Confronted by the fierce predator, the moose does not always flee. Instead, it often takes a defensive stance, lowering its head and preparing to strike with razor-sharp antlers. On one side stands the relentless strength of the hunter, on the other, the size and tenacity of its prey. These breathless encounters reveal the raw brutality of nature, where every creature must fight to the end to survive. By the stream, while foraging peacefully, the moose suddenly came face to face with a group of grizzlies. Sensing the danger, it swiftly withdrew, slipping into the deep forest with agility to escape unharmed. By the riverbank, the grizzly lay in wait, its eyes fixed on the fragile young moose. But just as danger drew near, the mother charged forward, unleashing a furious attack that forced the bear to stumble back and retreat in haste. Through her courage, the calf was shielded, escaping the predator's grasp to live another day. By the rushing river, the moose bolted in panic, but the grizzly closed in swiftly. With a ferocious strike, it brought the prey down, pinning it tightly and delivering a fatal blow. At last, the bear dragged the carcass to the riverbank, displaying the absolute power of a ruler of the wild. In the rugged mountains and deep forests of North America, the mountain lion, a solitary and agile predator, is known as the ghost of the wilderness for its silent, wind-like hunting style. They usually target deer or smaller animals, but at times fate brings them face to face with the gray bear. Against the grizzly's overwhelming strength and deadly claws, the mountain lion relies on speed and lightning-fast strikes to fight back. Such encounters are rare but breathless, revealing two extremes of the wild: silent agility against furious power, where survival belongs only to the one best adapted. On the desolate hillside, the gray bear crept forward as it spotted a mountain lion mother resting with her cubs. Healed. Its gaze locked on the smallest one, ready to strike. But in that instant, the mother roared and leapt to the front, her body brimming with strength, determined to protect her young. Sharp, precise blows rained down, forcing the gray bear to recoil in pain. Stunned by such fierce courage, the giant of the wilderness was finally driven back, leaving the battleground to the brave mother and her safe cubs. On the snow-covered mountainside, the air seemed frozen as a pack of mountain lions growled over a freshly killed prey. But from the distance, a massive gray bear appeared, its heavy, commanding steps advancing to claim the meal. At once the mountain lions leapt, striking with lightning speed, their roars echoing off the cliffs as they faced the bear's furious power. Snow exploded beneath claws and fangs, turning the frozen wilderness into a brutal arena where survival was decided by strength and ferocity. In the end, victory belonged to the mountain lions. The journey into the world of the grizzly bear has come to an end. But the wild still holds countless mysterious stories waiting for us to uncover. If you found this film captivating, don't forget to hit like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the breathtaking moments yet to come.